Shangshut passes 24 bills including July Mein Surprising, Shahid Family and July Fighters Welfare and Rehabilitation Bill, July Mein Surprising Memorial Museum Bill and Dhaka Central University Bill. Even amid unfavorable global conditions, country's economy must be advanced and government ready to face challenges, Finance Minister tells Shangshut. Fuel Pass app launched on trial basis in the capital to ensure discipline and transparency in fuel distribution. Malaysia's labour market opening again for Bangladeshi workers. Both countries agreed to strengthen cooperation in higher education, scholarships and skill development. BNP starts selling of nomination forms for women's seat of Shangshut from party central office at Noyapolton. Continues till April 12. Middle East ceasefire talk begins tomorrow in Islamabad under tight security. And in Bangkok, Bangladesh beat Chinese Taipei 3-2 in 5th place deciding match of Asian Games hockey qualifiers. Assalamu alaikum. Welcoming all News at 10. This is Nazneen Khalik Zubair. Those were the highlights of the news. Now move on to the details. A total of 24 bills were passed in the National House and Prime Minister Tariq Rahman was present in the session. Other bills passed today include the Bangladesh Shilpakala Academy Amendment Bill, the Bangladesh Forest Industries Development Corporation Bill, the Deposit Protection Bill, the Excise and Salt Amendment Bill and the Value Added Tax Supplementary Duty Amendment Bill 2026. Besides, on behalf of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed placed Mahesh Kali Coordinated Development Authority Bill 2026 at the House today. The bill was passed unanimously in the House. The bills were passed by voice vote after being placed in Parliament by the respective ministers. At the beginning of the sessions, Finance Minister Amir Khosrow Mahmood Chaudhry delivered a statement under Rule 300. In his statement, the Finance Minister explained the economic context in which the BNP government assumed responsibility for the country and outlined the future direction of the nation. He informed Parliament that over the past 16 years, the fascist government had pushed the economy to the brink of collapse through unlimited corruption and unchecked looting, while also rendering social and institutional sectors ineffective. In the statement, the Finance Minister further said that immediately after the election, the government under the leadership of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman began implementing its electoral commitments without delay. Deputy Speaker Barrister Kaisar Kamal was also conducted Shangshut session. Later Speaker Major Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram adjourned the House until 15 April. A QR code-based Fuel Pass app has been launched to bring discipline and transparency to fuel distribution. The initiative has been launched on a trial basis at 2 filling stations in the capital. Among them is the Trust filling station in Tejgarh. Dhaka fuel is being dispensed according to the customer's allocated quota by scanning a QR code. As a result, the opportunity to take excess fuel is reduced and overall discipline is being ensured in the process. Regarding this initiative, Assistant Director of Trust Energy, retired Major Abul Al Muhammad Tawhid, said that this digital system is increasing transparency in fuel distribution and making monitoring easier. Motorcycle riders using the app to receive fuel said that after registration, they are now getting fuel in much less time than before. To obtain a fuel pass, customers need to register on the website fuelpass.gov.bd. After that, by scanning the provider QR code, customers will be able to see their allocated fuel amount. Due to the impact of the Iran war, the cost of fuel imports has nearly doubled globally. Amid the global energy crisis, Bangladesh is also at risk. With no significant increase in domestic production, uncertainty has emerged regarding energy security. In this situation, renewable energy could be an alternative to tackle the challenge of managing pressure in the country's power and energy sector. Although renewable energy accounts for 5% of capacity, only 3.69% has been added to the grid, which is not sufficient to protect against the global crisis. According to experts, renewable energy must be brought to people's doorsteps to face the global crisis. In particular, to manage pressure on electricity, they have recommended considering off-grid solutions along with providing clear frameworks for net metering and smart grids. The government has already planned to generate 20% of total electricity from renewable sources by 2030. Malaysia is reopening its labour market for Bangladeshi workers, which had been closed since the tenure of the previous government. At the same time, both countries have agreed to ensure a fair, ethical and transparent recruitment process. At a ministerial level, bilateral meeting on labour migration held last Wednesday in Putrajaya, Malaysia, the Bangladeshi delegation was led by Expatriates Welfare and Overseas Employment Minister Ariful Haq Chaudhry. He was accompanied by the Prime Minister's advisor, Mahdi Amin. On behalf of Malaysia, the meeting was led by Human Resources Minister Dato Sri Ramanan Krishnan. On June 1, 2024, the Malaysian government suspended the recruitment of workers from several countries, including Bangladesh. Around 18,000 Bangladeshi workers, despite having completed all preparations, were unable to travel at the last moment. During the 16-year tenure of the previous fascist government, this labour market was closed 3 times, and each time allegations arose regarding the formation of syndicates in sending workers. Subsequently, allegations of irregularities, corruption and bribery were raised against such groups. However, at the recent meeting, the Malaysian government presented its AI-based recruitment system, proposing to eliminate the dominance of middlemen and reduce migration costs of zero. They also discussed the issue of quickly sending those workers who had been stuck in the previous recruitment process to Malaysia. Prime Minister's Education, Labour and Employment Advisor Mahdi Amin called on Malaysian Minister for Higher Education Zamre Abdul Qadir at Putrajaya in Malaysia today. The meeting laid emphasis on strengthening cooperation in the fields of higher education, research collaboration, skill development and mobility of the workforce. Besides, in the meeting, it was expressed that under the new policies of the elected government led by Bangladesh's newly elected Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, there would be a commitment to further strengthen institutional engagement. Ruling BNP has begun selling nomination forms for the reserved women seats of the 30 National Parliament, aiming to field candidates for the upcoming competition. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General and Prime Minister Advisor Advocate Ruhul Kabir Rizvi inaugurated the program this morning at the party's Noapolitan Central Office. He said interested candidates will be able to collect and submit nomination forms by 12th April. Each form has been priced at 2,000 taka, while a security deposit of 50,000 taka must be submitted along with the application. Rizvi added that candidates for the reserved women's seats will be selected from among those who were subjected to repression and persecution during the Awami League regime. Later, aspiring female candidates collected nomination forms from the party office. Some relief has been seen in the kitchen market as prices of lentils, onions and eggs have declined slightly. However, consumers are still paying higher prices for Sonali chicken, fish, sugar, vegetables and several other daily essentials. The supply and pricing of edible oil also remain a concern. Although bottled soybean oil is available, it is still insufficient compared to demand. In some shops, loose soybean oil is being sold at 20 to 30 taka above the fixed price. Meanwhile, broiler chicken prices have remained stable, but Sonali chicken has been selling at higher rates since Eid. Compared to last week, prices have dropped by 20 taka to 30 taka per kilogram. At present, Sonali chicken is being sold at 400 taka to 4020 taka per kilogram after previously reaching 450 taka. Recent rainfall across the country has also pushed up the prices of most vegetables. Preparations are underway across the country to celebrate the Bengali New Year, with a variety of programs being organized countrywide. As the heat and dryness of the month of Chaitra, fake nature is now signaling the arrival of a new year, bringing a sense of renewal. At the Faculty of Fine Arts of Dhaka University, a festive atmosphere has taken shape. Teachers and students are working day and night to make the first morning of Boishakh colorful and vibrant. People from all walks of life are gathering at the campus to observe the preparations. This year's Boishakhi rally will feature 5 main motifs inspired by folk traditions. These include a red-crested rooster, a dotara, a wooden elephant from Sonargaon, a dove symbolizing peace, and the traditional tepa horse from Kishorganj. In front of the Zainul Gallery, artists are busy painting alpona on earthen post, depicted rural scenes in watercolor and crafting masks of tigers, owls and various imaginary characters. The theme for this year's celebration is Harmony of the New Year, Revival of Democracy. People across the country are eagerly counting down to celebrate the occasion with fairs, traditional foods such as Panta Ilish and Pithapuli, and the melodies of Baul and Bhatiyali songs. Now international news.